Welcome back, everyone. The sudden rise of Newsmax and other conservative outlets has traditional mainstream media outlets on edge. For decades, they thought they could control what you think about and how you think about it. MSNBC's Casey Hunt just got caught reminiscing about the good old days when liberals had near total dominance over the media landscape.
The media, quote unquote, as people like to think of it, was in fact a relatively focused, narrow group that, if they made decisions together, could actually impact things.
All right, do you hear what she said? Made decisions together. She just described what America is up against, the collusion of the mainstream media to push a left-wing socialist agenda. And we are getting in the way. We, she's talking about, are getting in the way. Places like Newsmax. She is calm as she quietly spells out her frustration that their partners, okay, the big social media platforms, are having a hard time silencing us.
Now, with this fragmented landscape of these major companies, their decision-making is obviously part of this, and we know they can't shut everything down by themselves because other websites pop up.
Shut everything down. Websites like Newsmax for information pop up, but also social media sites like Parler and Rumble too. But do you see what she is complaining about? The fact that they can't shut everything down, as she says. They can't stop conservative speech altogether. There is just too many conservative outlets, they cry. And they are growing, by the way. What she fails to see is that we are growing because of media's stranglehold that the liberals once held on the news. Yet still, they try their hardest to cover the truth and defend far left-wing extremist politicians like Georgia Senate candidate Raphael Warnock.
I was really struck last night listening to Loeffler over and over again. I think it was 12 times she described Warnock as a radical liberal.
Maybe because he is a radical liberal. You see how subtle these liberal propagandists are. It is a tactic that all too often works to brainwash viewers into thinking that somehow Raphael Warnock isn't radical. He is. Just listen.
Racism is America's pre-existing condition. America needs to repent for its worship of whiteness. Somebody's got to open up the jails and let our children go. America, nobody can serve God and the military. You can sometimes wear the colors of the state and behave like a thug.
It's unbelievable. That's just a little reminder as to why Senator Loeffler declared this over and over and over again, much to the dismay of Warnock's supporters in the media.
My opponent, radical liberal Raphael Warnock, more lies. From radical liberal Raphael Warnock, how radical his views are. Radical liberal Raphael Warnock is a socialist. Radical liberal Raphael Warnock is their agent of change.
All right, I play it like that to pound it into everyone's head. He is a radical liberal. You see, when the mainstream media hides the truth, the nation loses. The Media Research Center found 17% of Biden voters would not have voted for him if they had been aware of the major news stories the media censored. First and foremost, of course, being the Biden cartel's ties to China and the big money deals it led to. 17%. That would have been enough to secure Donald Trump the victory alone, even with all the alleged voter fraud. So for the fake news media, they know lying works, and it wins elections, but not for long. Because as we expose them each night, they will have a hard time surviving the truth bombs that we are dropping on this program. And hey,